Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Arc Basics, a show where we break down the ABCs of how to start an arc, how to accomplish things, how to achieve things, how to be the best you possibly can be. That's right, we're going with the full ABCs of arc. A for arc, B for basic, C for, well, whatever you want it to be. C can be anything. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Arc Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be discussing those big fishy dudes out in the water that you hit one of them, you're just out there cruising along, minding your own business, you hit one, 5 of them come out of the woodwork, you swarm you, next thing you know you're dead, you try to smack them back, and you do much reduced damage, and then you're going, what? How does a fish do this to me? And then you go cry in the corner after you respawn in your bed. It's a thing that just happens. Yeah, that's right, we're talking about the Dunkleosteus. Yeah, those big armored catfish out there, they just never, they leave you alone until all of a sudden they're no longer leaving you alone, and you have no clue why they're not leaving you alone anymore, and then they'll just hunt you down until they're just farming your corpse for, you know, giggles. It happens. All right, but yeah, today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of them, how to tame them, the benefits of using them, and all sorts of different things about them. All right, so definitely today we're going underwater. So, of course, let's go through the shopping list together. All right, the shopping list for these guys, it's actually relatively simple. All right, you want to have some underwater gear. So let's go with, let's just go with this. All right, so we got actually, we don't even need 4 tanks. We'll go with 3 tanks. 3 tanks will be good. We'll just take some of these trade arrows while we're in here as well. All right, because we're going to need a lot of those. Let's see. Where are my crossbows? I know I've got some good ones. Let's see. Let's go with that. Whenever you're going with a donkey, you don't know exactly how... I mean, if you don't know what level it is, you don't know exactly how many traits it's going to take to knock out. So bring a lot of trank arrows, just in case, all right? Okay, and also, you can knock these guys out with a low level, with a primitive crossbow, but I do not recommend it. If you going with a primitive crossbow, just know you're in for the long haul. If you're going to go take one of these guys on, I would recommend you use the highest quality crossbow you absolutely can. I know I've got some other ones around here, some Mastercraft ones. I know I've got a Mastercraft one out on here just sitting here. Yeah, we've got one there. You know, if I've got this one, I'm going to use this one because so much easier. Because these guys, they take reduced damage from everything. All right. And then also, we do need, actually, I don't think we'll need any narcotics, but I just want to take some just to be careful. All right. And then also, we're going to need some kibble. These guys are superior kibble, so we're just going to take that. All right. So that's it. That's the shopping list. Super simple, super easy. Now we just need to find the underwater dino we're going to be taking. Now, when it comes to Dunkleosteus, I would recommend taking something that you can fire off the back of, because these guys, they will keep coming for you, and they will persist, and it is really rough, and it will make you cry. I'm not joking about the crying part. The crying thing is totally a thing. I came out here trying to get my baryonyx, but my baryonyx is not here. I'm going to have to go see where that thing is. All right, founder. All right, so this is what we're going to be taking out. We're taking out a baryonyx. This is just a wild tamed one. I do have a bred one around here, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Actually, you know, maybe I do want that one. I'm not even sure where she's at, though. See, this is the problem with big bases like this. You always lose dinos. It's like, where did I leave that? Did I leave the stove on? Did I leave the baryonyx with the stove on? Did I leave the Mesopithecus turning the stove on with the baryonyx on the stove? I don't know. Right, so these are some of the things that you might just have to deal with. Right, I bet you I have my other baryonyx on one of the other maps. Let's just get over here. Let's do a quick run. And... nope, don't see a baryonyx. Let's get heading out. All right, well, when going out and I went and got my better baryonyx. I found her. All right, but yeah, when going out and finding a donkey, one of the easiest ways is just jump into the water. That's like one of the simplest things. And let's see, oh, wrong button. Let's go with that. And sure, we'll go with that. Or you can actually, later, dudes. All right. But yeah, a baryonyx, when it comes out to going out into the ocean, for the first time before you get any kind of like Megalodon or Mantis or Ichthyosaurus. A Baryonyx is probably one of your best things to just get out here and get your feet wet. Ha ha ha, pun intended, right? All right, so yeah, let's just get out here and let's go find one. Now, you can find donkeys at all depths. They don't have a depth cap, but just keep your eyes peeled because there's all sorts of big things that are down here. All right, we're just gonna go see if we can go find one. All right, see what I mean about big things? All right, well, I found a donkey. I'm not sure what level it is, but there's a mosa down there by it too, and I'm just kind of eating this guy. Get over here. Come here. All right, how about this? I will make a deal with you. You stand still, I stand still, we all stand still, and I eat you, all right? That deal works for me. And, of course, there's a shark. All right, all right. And this is why I recommend bringing Baryonyx down here underwater, because they do a ton of damage. They can stun things. Also, they can regenerate really fast. Because all this, as long as I put some fish meat on this guy, he's going to regenerate it. So, there we go. All right, so let's see. Let's get rid of all the prime. We don't need that. Thank you. Yeah, let's get rid of all that. Force feed a couple fish. There we go. Regenerate. All right, so now there's a mosa down below me. Oh, hey, and this guy right here just kind of wandered up, so I don't have to deal with that mosa. What level are you anyway? Level 40. Okay. What level are you? 85. Okay, so now here's what we do. All right, so now we take this, and we insert inside that, and we keep moving. All right, now the key thing is, this guy's got... Oh, he's running. Alright, now this guy, he can dish out a ton of damage. But when he's not running, and he just decides he wants to chase us, he's got a really, really slow turning radius. So kiting him is extremely easy, but apparently he doesn't want to kite us right now. Which sucks for demonstration purposes. Come here, dude. Come here. Bite my butt. Maybe he just knows that, yeah, we're about to knock him out, and he's just not even one to deal with it. But yeah, avoiding these guys when they're chasing you, it's pretty easy. See how slow this guy goes? And the Baryonyx actually goes just a little bit faster. Not much, but a little bit faster. So for the most part, we're just pelting this guy until he decides to go to sleep. Now, if you have a primitive crossbow, it's going to take a while. It's going to take quite a while. Because these guys, yeah, they have high torpor, and they take reduced damage no matter where you hit them. Doesn't matter if you hit them in the eye, doesn't matter if you hit them in the tail, doesn't matter if you hit them in the butt, they take reduced damage. And that's because of their bony armor plating. Alright, come on, dude. Alright, and I think he's finally down. Are you down? Alright, so... Yes. I think yes. Okay, so now that he's down, we're just going to be guarding the area. I'm going to let him starve out. Now, this is a tactic that I only use for when I think that they're going to get hit. Is I'll starve them out a little bit. That way we're not wasting the kibble. It doesn't speed up their tame. It doesn't nothing. All it does is not waste our kibble, and then it feeds them all the kibble at once. That way yeah, we're not going to waste it. So I'm going to let him starve out for a bit, and then I'm going to throw a couple pieces of kibble on him, and then we're going to see, you know, exactly how he turned out. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, and just so you know, there's just always something that's really foreboding about just hanging out down here underwater waiting for your tame. And then you can see all the detritus in the water. Lovely, I swear. But also, taming these guys, there's a couple different things that taming these guys actually opens up that a lot of people don't realize. And that's, all throughout here, there's underwater caves. I think there's, it's like 15 of them total on the island. There's one right over here. There's one right down there. And by taming these guys are actually kind of the Anki of the sea, because they will gather. They can gather all these oil, the metal nodes. You can even gather the Eurypterids. You can farm Eurypterids, because these guys have a high torpor. They don't get knocked out one shot by Eurypterids like a lot of things. So you can actually farm the Eurypterids for black pearls and stuff like that. And these guys get weight reduction on all of that. So they are really effectively the Ankis of the sea. It's pretty dang cool. And by having one of these as your primary gatherer, or if you take and you breed up a really nice one of these as your primary gatherer, you can use them as your undersea Anki and live in one of these caves down here. It's actually really, really cool, and it's a very viable tactic. All you have to do is have pretty much one of these guys in your arsenal, or a bred pair, so where you can use them as a pack and go out and gather all the stuff. Once one gets heavy, switch to the other one, and then get that one heavy, and then come on home. It's actually really, really cool, and I'll show you where a couple of these caves are. All right, Andy's up. All right, so we're just gonna cancel on that. Let's put the baryonyx inside of a cryopod, and let's go drive this guy around. Now, the saddle on the donkey is actually pretty easy to make. It's a little bit harder than some of the other ones. Is that just fish meat? Yeah, let's take some of that just to... All right, it's a little bit harder than some other saddles, and I'll show you here in a minute. I made one before we headed out. All right. All right, the Dunkleosteus saddle is, it's 120 cementing paste, which is kind of a little bit harder. It's 80 metal, not too bad. It's 180 fiber, 300 hide. Those are pretty easy, but it's level 44. By the time you're level 144, you should have beaver dams in your sight, so the 120 cementing paste isn't that atrocious, but it is still kind of bad. All right, now let's take a look at his stats. All right, his stats, to begin with, not too bad at all. 3,408 health. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I had a hard time saying 3. All right, 1437 weight. These guys have a ton of weight. All right, if you get a really nice ones, you can, and you breed them, you can get their weight super, super high. These guys, when I say they are the gatherers of the ocean, they absolutely are the gatherers of the ocean. All right, now here, let's go take a look over here and go over to this oil deposit over here. And you'll notice they're pretty slow when they're just wild tamed. But once they get to, if you get them bred and stuff, you get the movement speed pumped on them a little bit, especially from the imprinting, it's pretty impressive. And you notice that the weight on these things, they get half reduction for the stone. It's pretty cool. They also get half reduction for oil. They get half reduction for a lot of stuff, right? It's really, really, really impressive. They get 50% weight reduction for black pearls. Yeah, black pearls. Yeah, pretty cool. They get it for crystal, metal, obsidian, oil, and stone. So, yeah. All right, now these caves I was talking about, if you come out here... Oh, we're getting... we've got a bogey coming in. All right, notice how I'm taking so much reduced damage from this shark? It's pretty cool. All right, but you don't want to get lured into a huge fight with these things, because they will get overwhelmed and they don't have a big turning circle. See, look at this. Okay, good. And they don't have a big conical, frontal conical AoE. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, so, when you're out here looking for the caves, what you're looking for is the little, air bubbles that are coming up from down below. And here, let me go see if I can find one. Alright, not even Plessies can get through their armor very easily. Alright, take off leads. Alright, here we are. Okay, so one of the easiest ways of finding the caves is, if you see like this big block right here underneath us, it's just a big block of stone, right? Now, usually these right here, they house caves. Now, if you come down like this, and you see these air bubbles that are popping up right up through here, you follow the air bubbles down, and there's a cave. Right inside of here. You can come up like this, and you can just, right like this. Alright, let's just pop off here. Alright, you can come up inside of here, and there's always a whole bunch of materials up inside here. Now, these have big open areas, so where you can just build a base inside of. They're really, really cool. And, I mean, yeah, you can go out, you can farm the other caves from around. You can, the only thing that you really don't get a lot down here is, fiber, wood, thatch, stuff like that, berries. But it is absolutely 100% doable. You can have, you know, especially with the advent of cryopods, you can have all your gatherers inside cryopods for your land base. You know, you know those scrubs that have to live on land nowadays, right? And you can go up there, you can gather your stuff, and you can come back down here, and nobody will even know where you're at. Or you can just kind of, if you want to get your, you know, have your little getaway, you could do that as well. It's very cool. And these guys right here are, you know, they make all that possible because they can be your absolute gatherer. It's really, really neat. Let me see if we can get out of here. All right. And that's those caves. There's another one up here. Let me show you where there's another one. I'll show you the general area. This right here is actually right down here. Let me get up to the surface. All right, and here we are, right up by the surface. Let me punch it up on the map. Right here, it's just right straight out from there, down in the water. And of course, there's a shark fighting a turtle. There's always a shark fighting a turtle. Why is there always a shark fighting a turtle right outside my my water pen? Every time. All right, and as I head up here to the next one, there's another one right up here. All right, we're gonna discuss about things to level on the Dunkleosteus, because they can actually be really good tanks. They can also be really good gatherers and stuff. Now, if you can also use them to tame things like Tuso if you don't have access to a Mosa. Or you could actually use them to face tank a Mosa and get a Mosa inside of a trap. It's pretty cool. All right, so there's lots of different uses you can use for a donkey. A lot of people overlook it, but yeah. All right, so if you're gonna use it for a gatherer, I would recommend out of every 5 levels, pump at least 1 in health, because you're gonna need to be able to take a beating down there. I'd say at least 2 in weight, maybe 1 in stamina, and 1 in movement speed. That way there, you can get to where you want to go, you can get there quickly, and you can get there safely, and then you can carry whatever the hell you want. And I would definitely try to breed them if you're going to use them as gatherers. And they're very, very viable. Now, if you're going to use them as a tank, I would recommend, I'd say out of every 5 levels, 3 in health, because their health will go up super fast, especially if you have a bred pair. And then I would get at least 1 in stamina and 1 in melee damage. That way there, you can move and shoot and communicate and do whatever you need to. You can take a wicked beating, and then also you can dish out some damage. You can inflict whenever you need to. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get up here to this last cave, or this other cave up here, and I'll show you where this one's at. It's actually not too far. All right, right up here at this tree, right out here inside this bay, there's another one just right out there, another cave down below, and it's a really, really easy one. Back when the game first came out, I used to, back when silica pearls and stuff were hard to get, I used to drink some chowder and go swim down there with a Sarco, and down into that cave down there. So that cave's in me has got some memories. It's pretty cool. All right, so hey, I hope this video helped you out. I hope it helped you learn how to tame donkeys. Hope it informed you about some of their uses. They are very versatile. Basically, they're just the Anki of the sea. It's really, really cool. All right, so hey, if you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody.